Yeah, everything we deem good, like, you know, stuff that's like righteous, that's all qualities of the Most High. And through my relationship with the Most High, um, ever since I came to Jesus, and that point just opened me up to my connection with God. And in maybe I feel bad when I sin. And to be honest with you, um, I don't actually ask for forgiveness for those sins very often. Um, I don't know if that's temporary or if I just don't have the same belief system anymore. But the way I see my God is He gives me infinite energy. It's not infinite as in like I can do whatever I want. And, you know, if I want $1 million, just go, haha, I'm going to go outside and it'll rain $1 million in a 2 meter circumference circle and I'll just pick it up and go shopping. But infinite as in the sense that He gives me a constant stream of energy that I can use to create very wonderful works. And in the Bible, and I'm sure in the Gnostic texts as well, but I'm going to speak on the Bible. In the Holy Bible, it says, "You will know them by their fruits." And if you know me, and well, if you look into me a bit, you realize I have many great fruits. And I don't see many hardcore Christians with good fruit. Um, I know a few Orthodox people who have a lot of fruit. Like my brother, he's got a lot of fruit. Um, but yeah, just starting to understand that no matter what I do or where I go, God, the Most High God, the one that's above everything created, is always supplying me with what I need. And no demon can touch that. No Mr. Satan can touch that. And I see Satan almost as a force in the world. That like his spirit, like it influences people. And whether he was actual Antichrist in this earth or like an embodiment of that energy, or if he is like a angel or like a personification of evil, or if he's a fallen angel that just decided to do stuff against God's will and order, whatever it is, he's very weak, and we overcome him simply by being on God's side, because who is God? I know who God is. Like I know, well, I don't know His fullness, and I never probably will understand um, anything close to what's at the center of His light. But I can get glimpses of Him through that creative spark that He gives me, to endlessly create stuff and have incredible focus and incredible power to do good and incredible gifts of the Spirit. Like, yeah, I still sin, and He loves me through it all. I've gone as far as almost making myself out to be something beyond human, an alien, a different person, like Teddy Mad, or I don't know, like a god. And this perspective might change, but my belief in the Most High God is pretty unchanging, and I always come back. What is that? Sorry, that was kind of disgusting. But yeah, if you don't have much in life, or you're suffering, and if you are suffering, I'm deeply hurt by that too, because you're my homie. You know, you're a human on earth right now with a human ego and a human soul. And if there was a way for me to love you through that, I would. But the one you should turn to always is the Most High God, because He's the one that created you. Think about it. Everything has a source. Has any human ever risen to the top and done good to the whole world without becoming an evil maniac? That's my question to you. No one can be like God or above all. The reason I always say the Most High God or God above all or anything like that, the highest of the highest, is because there's many gods, in the sense that, like, yeah, the controllers and stuff, you know, the eternal, like, forces and stuff like that, but they can be destroyed by the one who created them. So, but He doesn't. That's the thing. He's always looking out for His elect. And I am one of the elect. You don't have to believe me on that, and I don't want you to necessarily. I don't want you to, like, think I'm boasting. But it's a good thing to be chosen by God, because you know that down the road, when you're working for Him, you will receive blessings. You will get the job done because you're doing His will. And also, you get to go to a really high place at the end. Please join us. Anyone who comes into my life is blessed by the presence of God. And there's a righteous anger that you feel when God sees that you're getting treated poorly, and the Spirit of God in you kind of calls that out and gets really mad. And once that happens, there's no really coming back from that. That's only happened a couple of times in my life, like, properly. But when you feel His righteous anger at, like, the evil and mistreatment of His children, because you got to think, these children were abused. Every single one of us were abused when we were kids, whether indirectly or directly. And yeah, it's a hard pill to swallow. But God has always been there. And I don't know if you remember praying when you were little, when something horrible, and I mean treacherous horribleness, happened to you. But that one that you called out to, remember what He did? See you later.